Greetings, and welcome back to my Bible reading on YouTube, where we are trying to bring the Word of God to as many people as possible. Today we start on Genesis chapter 26. And there was a famine in the land, besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar. And the Lord appeared to him and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and I will bless thee. For unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. That's very, very important prophecy. I'll get back to that one. Because of that, Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. And Isaac dwelt in Gerar. And the men of this place asked him of his wife, and he said, She is my sister, for he feared to say, She is my wife, lest, said he, the men of this place should kill me for Rebekah, because she was fair to look upon. And it came to pass, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out the window and saw, and behold, Isaac was sporting with Rebekah his wife. And so this will be really familiar to the story of Abraham. His father did the exact same thing. And, you'll find that generationally, we don't tend to learn a lot as humans. Definitely not the Israelites. And Abimelech called Isaac and said, Behold, of a surety she is thy wife. And how saidst thou, saidst, S-A-I-D-S-T, saidst thou, she is my sister? And Isaac said unto him, Because I said, lest I die for her. And Abimelech said, What is this thou hast done unto us? One of the people might lightly have lied with thy wife, and thou shouldest have brought guiltiness upon us. And Abimelech charged all of his people, saying, He that toucheth this man or his wife shall surely be put to death. So the result also was about the same as with Abraham. See, they're thinking in their mind, these are godless people and they'll kill me and take my wife, but he doesn't realize that God lives everywhere. Then Isaac sowed in the land and received in the same year 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. And the man waxed great, and went forward, and grew until he became very great. For he had possession of flocks, and possession of herds, and great stone of servants, and the Philistines envied him. For all the wells which his father's servant had digged in the days of Abraham his father, the Philistines had stopped them, and filled them with earth. And Abimelech said unto Isaac, Go from us, for thou art much mightier than we. And Isaac departed thence, and pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar, and dwelt there. And Isaac digged against the well of water, which they had digged in the days of Abraham his father, for the Philistines had stopped them after the death of Abraham, and called their names after the names by which his father had called them. And Isaac's servants digged in the valley, and found there was a wellspring of water. And herdmen of Gerar did strive with Isaac's herdmen, saying, The water is ours. And he called the name of the well Esek, because they strove with him. And they digged another well, and strove for that also. And he called the name of it Sitmah. And he removed from thence, and digged another well, and for that they strove not. And he called the name of Rehoboth. And he said, For now the Lord hath made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. And he went up from thence to Beersheba. And the Lord appeared unto him the same night, and said, I am the God of Abraham thy father, fear not, for I am with thee, and will bless thee, and multiply thy seed for my servant's Abraham's sake. And he builded an altar there, and he called upon the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there. And then Isaac's servant digged a well, and Abimelech went to him from Gerar, and Ahuzath, one of his friends, and Pichol, the chief captain of his army. And Isaac said unto them, Wherefore come ye to me, seeing ye hate me, and have sent me away from you? And they said, We saw certainly that the Lord was with thee. And we said, Let there be now an oath betwixt us, even betwixt us and thee, and let us make a covenant with thee, that thou wilt do us no hurt, as we have not touched thee, and as we have not done unto thee nothing but good, and have sent thee away in peace. Thou art now blessed of the Lord. And he made them feast, and they did eat and drink. And they rose up betimes in the morning. They rose up betimes in the morning, and sware one to another. And Isaac sent them away, and they departed from him in peace. And it came to pass the same day that Isaac's servants came and told him concerning the well that they had digged, and said unto him, We have found water. And he called it Sheba. Therefore the name of the city is Beersheba unto this day. And Esau was 40 years old when he took to wife Judith, the daughter of Beri the Hittite, and Bashemath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, which were a grief of mind unto Isaac and to Rebekah. So, my biggest takeaway from this chapter is the repeat story of Isaac doing the same thing that Abraham did, saying, This isn't my wife, this is my sister. And, the people in the land who they assumed was godless. See, this is a lack of faith, that they're supposed to have faith in God, but they went and did something sneaky and tricky that was unbecoming of a man of God, because they thought they were doing it for their own good because they had to, because they lacked enough faith to know that God sent me to this place, so God's not going to let the people kill me and take my wife. It's also, they're assuming that the Gentiles, all the non-godly people, are completely without God just because they don't have direct access. And that's shown to not be true at all. I cannot wait to get to the book of Ruth. Anyway, essentially, the mistakes here are not having enough faith and assuming that other people are less worthy, less pious, and therefore will act differently, when it's shown consistently through the Bible that the people with the most access to God, the Israelites, are perfectly capable of doing the worst things imaginable. And some people who have no access to God, like Ruth, has incredible radical faith. So, essentially, people need to temper their expectations when it comes to God, because God does not like to conform to our expectations for him. In fact, he does the exact opposite. In any case, I hope everybody has a really good day. God bless.